Hello, welcome back to the show. I have replaced the balance in the racial equality of this show for the time being. So it's me and Yanko. Dan has been kicked off to the curb. We're going to go to Mirage between these two sides. How was the Dust 2 match?
Didn't you watch it?
It's not a question of if I watched it, Yanko. It's a question of what did you think about it?
It was good for Mousesports. Not so good for GODSENT.
Okay.
Mousesports actually looked solid. It doesn't matter, not just the fact that they won the game, it's the fashion in which they won it. They've been looking really good. They played as a team. I'm honestly very surprised by all of these things, James. This is new to me when it comes to Mousesports.
Yeah, I mean, they, again, I feel like once chrisJ joins them as a coach, they did show some significant improvement. I don't know if it was related to that or not. I don't know, but they did show improvement. When we were over in Atlanta watching them play, they were significantly better. They made less mistakes, and that was good to see after a long time of there's a word for this. I don't know what it is. I'll find it later. Purgatory, maybe. Anyway, Mirage. Coming up, Mousesports like Mirage, GODSENT. I don't know what my GODSENT like or dislike at the moment. I know they dislike probably all the struggles they're having at present, but is Mirage a good map for them or not? We will find out. JW obviously going to be an active AWPer. It can be difficult for AWPers. You used to be an AWPer yourself. Maybe people might not know that. I mean,
that is correct, James. A long time ago, I was a player and an AWPer as well.
Yeah, the only time actually, I think I've seen a brief. Like, there was a match with that Dan, I think Anders and Dan casted that you were playing on Nuke.
Yeah, there was a game, we played one of the first FACEIT Cups, like, that when you guys only started out. And I remember we played against a team, I think it was 5 Crowns then, that was pronax, Pit, Olofsson, RDL, who is the coach of GODSENT, I think, and Twist was the 5th, something like that. We played against them in the semifinals, and we lost closely because I was getting mad at my teammates.
Were you raging?
I tilted, yeah. I was raging.
Oh, man.
That's not good. That's not good. But it was after LAN tournament. And moving swiftly on to people who actually know how to play Counter-Strike. And I don't mean... Okay. Never mind. loWel gets a cheeky one-tap onto chrisJ. And now Mousesports are in a bit of a pickle, James, as we see znajder and JW slowly creeping up lower B. And they will actually, it seems, get good timing on the Mousesports players who are unsuspecting. But Spiidi is there. And Spiidi is dead.
Indeed he is, and Denis is forced to fight with the bomb, no less. Not expecting znajder to come in, and that's 2 players lost in the underpass for the CT side. That gives Mousesports options, because there are still 2 bomb sites to defend. That said, flusha has made his way to the top of middle, which means the only other place it can come from is lower tunnel, and pronax was holding angles there from A, but indeed flusha has been taken down.
It's a rather peculiar decision, James, from flusha to go for that push, because they do have the numbers advantage. They know where both of the players are. They have them confined to that space. But now it's a 2v2.
It is indeed. Both CTs coming from different areas. loWel and pronax, very slow approach. pronax with a very passive angle at the moment. Now loWel can run distraction, and Denis may not be prepared for pronax because loWel is making all the noise at the moment. And there it is. pronax gets a free kill. loWel is the tasty bait.
pronax was so passive that Denis thought surely he can't come from kitchen at this point. But surprise, surprise, Denis gets shot in the back from like the 3rd or 4th bullet. But yeah, flusha could have cost his team the round there with that push, but loWel and pronax bring it back in the end. That was a sick shot. loWel with a couple of great shots in the pistol round. Strong player mechanically, but it just seems that he's very, very up and down.
Look at that spray from flusha. Look how far he pulled down his crosshair. I have no idea what the UMP spray is like. In fairness, I pretty much never buy a UMP, so.
You don't?
No.
Oh yeah, you prefer the Bison.
I never buy Bisons actually. I do have an affinity for the Bison, but I generally buy Mac 10. I'm Mac 10, you know. Mac 10 and MP9 my weapons of choice on the second rounds. Or shotguns, the odd shotgun. I'm trying to, you know, go from this weapon to that weapon and keep a good enough familiarity with all of them.
I think you're the ideal CS:GO player for the Valve devs. You want to use all the weapons, James.
I do. I try my best. I try my best. Apart from dual Berettas,
And the Bison.
I understand the range advantage, but I just can't. I just can't. I even buy an MP7 on occasion.
We see Mousesports going for the buy after planting in the first round. They do have decent enough utility, but they have to use it all properly. They can't afford to waste a smoke, just throw it and do nothing. See as Denis is creeping up. Electro must have spotted him, so Denis putting pressure towards the B bomb side by himself, keeping two players there, actually forced the rotation from a third as well. This is a good job from Denis. Mousesports needs to capitalize on this as he dies to the grenades.
It's a nice spot he was holding. If you can get there without being seen, it's somewhat of an off angle, and it can often take CTs by surprise, who maybe get a bit too aggressive over towards the apartments area. More players dying here on the B bomb site. There goes the bomb as well, and loWel falling leaves NiKo in a 1 versus 4. flusha with a 3K so far. Be good to get him started early. Now NiKo has many angles to check. Doesn't expect flusha to re-peek, so he'll come in and try and get other kills, but then flusha will finish things off. Two players down for GODSENT. They'll take that. 2 AKs picked up.
That was a good job initially from Mousesports, but I think now they made the same mistake that they did in the Dust 2 game against FaZe. Denis does a good job of drawing attention to himself, but the rest of the team is not in a position to capitalize. Only chrisJ was creeping up Cat, and that was a bit delayed as well. They should have had, you know, more players ready to act on Denis pulling people towards that B bomb site.
3 players in the underpass. 2 players in the underpass. 1 player in the underpass. There's no one in the underpass. The bomb's there.
Almost.
Oh, look at him. He's going for the biggest play possible. A rare miss.
Wow.
He'll be frustrated with that.
Truly a rare miss. It's funny how at one time he whiffs is you know, the easiest shot he can get, pretty much.
Yeah, missed the easy ones. Mousesports on the buy once more. GODSENT off to a good start on Mirage. chrisJ on AWP. How do you say AWP? Do you say AVP?
You mean in Serbian, how we call it?
Yeah.
AWP.
AWP. That's a new one for me. Pronax's barrels give him away. It wasn't even a silenced gun, but he will still be too close to the corner. Too close for comfort.
Mouse did a good job of playing the advantages against GODSENT on Dust. Let's see how they fare on Mirage. There are a lot of players towards this mid area.
Everyone's dying for the GODSENT side, so they're not faring very well at the moment.
Yeah, they seem to be peeking one by one. I'm not sure if there was a flash before that peak, but chrisJ is on point with the AWP, doing his job, just holding that connector line, which is what you want to do until your team is in position. Just hold for those pushes, not give the advantage back to your opponents. But JW is on the flank, just a bit too late. chrisJ, you have the C4, chrisJ. The bomb needs to be planted for you to win the round. They are still just waiting around for JW. And okay, they saw each other now. He can go and... What? Did chrisJ not spot him?
Apparently not.
What are they doing? Go plant the bomb. Like, what even is this? It's a 4v1. Just like go run. Thank you. Is this real life? He's just like standing on the stairs.
JW, he still has time. You never know if he's going to go for a rotation towards connector, but it seems sensible play will be the order of the day, or order of the round at the very least. He's the only man surviving. I think 2 of the CT players have around 6k. Indeed they do, JW being one of them. So there's a reasonable chance they could go for a buy in the following round.
Yeah, JW can drop even 2 guns because he will save the op for himself. The rest of the team can rebuy the 2 players. So yeah, this is going to be the crucial round for, I mean, Mousesports more than GODSENT, because GODSENT has the lead, but whoever loses the following round will most likely be forced to an eco. Yeah, there was not even a flash here from either of the players. Just a dry peek. Good round from chrisJ. But yeah, very important round for Mouse. As you can see, both teams bought up completely. They all have all the utility they need. So let's see how Mouse decide to approach this round.
I'm curious as to how JW approaches mid. Well, no more approach to be had. Again, if you're an AWPer in the CPO window and that smoke goes down, not only can they creep through the corner of the smoke, but they can go to the other side of the boxes, obviously, but also they can hop on to the middle of the boxes, which can take people by surprise. So you have to, if you want to stand your ground, then you have to gamble. But obviously the clock is ticking as well, because you will be vulnerable to the underpass. Oh, that nade is, look at that, he's like, really? Guys? Half his life gone. If he had no armor, that would have killed him. That would have done 101 damage, I reckon.
Most likely, as we saw, Mousesports put pressure towards the B bomb site yet again, but now the bomb is rotating back towards T spawn. Seems like they want to finish the round on A. Might still go for a B split. Seems like they're thinking about it. While NiKo is creeping up inside of Palace.
Seems that way with chrisJ headed in the direction of the B bomb site with the bomb, and now the full rotation's coming in. NiKo running away as well.
loWel just threw the smoke, so he will have another 10 seconds until this point before it dissipates. But seems like Mouse is willing to go through it, which they really have to do because GODSENT, they know what's up at this point. They're rotating more players towards that B bomb site.
Yeah, they need to do it fast.
And too late.
JW just in time because loWel was on his own there the entire time. And again, now the threat of loWel, he could just hide and let his teammates pull it, commit for some work as well. flusha doing good job from the short area. 9 seconds left, and only loWel, the only man who was in the B bomb site to start with, will go down.
Yet again, Mousesports have problems with committing. At that point, you could see it clearly. We saw it from the observers as well, how JW got there just in time. If they push through that smoke, they only have to deal with loWel alone in the bomb site. I mean, the goal with what they were doing is to hopefully just have one player to deal with there. And because they waited for that smoke to clear, they ended up going against JW and loWel and flusha after he got the kill on NiKo, also focused on that B bomb site. So now, as we were saying, Mousesports will be forced to eco. And they're going to be in a very tough spot, being down 6-1 on the T side of Mirage.
Yeah, they got no money. No money, no cash. No money and lots of no money and lots of problems. 2 deagles.
I think you can see that GODSENT puts a fair amount of focus towards the mid area. Like they have a player in connector, window, cat as well. I think Mousesports should have gone for that execute they have that we saw from Tyloo or Vici as well in Kiev, where you go for the smoke execute and plant for connector and have the opper in B apps, and he just jumps out very delayed and has a good angle on the bomb from cat. Because I think they could have gotten that bomb down. And they just need a kill or two and to buy time for chrisJ to win the round later on, but...
Oh, continuation spray does great damage to Denis, but not fatal. So there's an opportunity for Mousesports to go for a plant on the inverse of triple. The smoke doesn't go down in time. Denis gets ruined by the rotating CTs. flusha on the high ground. chrisJ looking for it, but he won't look at the right way in the right time. Spiidi can't plant the bomb either. Wipeouts on the A site.
That's so reckless from Denis, just running towards CT spawn with a smoke in hand. I think the problem here was obviously Mousesports was going for that fake mid control, set NiKo there to, you know, make some noise, and then the rest of the team just explodes with a contact play towards A. And they were in a 3v3. That's an okay situation for the Ts, but I think that death from Denis sealed the deal for them. He was supposed to, you know, be the player who can cover the bomb planter, cover the CT spawn.
What is that?
That's disgusting. That's just NiKo things. And another one.
Oh, we need some rounds? Hold my sandwich. Well then.
I can't even remember what I was talking about.
Me neither. I mean, that is absurd. So fast as well. Anyway, the round's not won just yet. Mousesports bunching up It would be very curious if they went into the A site. That said, pronax has made his way into T spawn. And maybe you'd think GODSENT would go towards B based on that information. But perhaps they know some tendency of Mousesports, and they're looking towards mid instead. Oh dear, how many can he get though? Good support from flusha, and there it is. Nice stuff from GODSENT. I think a lot of teams would have made their way towards B based on pronax's position.
Oh god.
That is dirty, dirty, dirty.
Yeah, I think that in the end it was just a matter of Lekro and flusha. I think it was just saying, okay, let's just stick together and try and sweep the map. I mean, in the end, they did found the Mousesports players. So Mousesports on another gun round, off on chrisJ. Just Kevlar, no nades. Mousesports going for that default yet again.
JW has no supports. Oh my days. That's 2 kills for him. He's done his job. Got some information for his team that there's at least one more player in the middle area. pronax. Oh! How does he survive that? He doesn't even get touched. He's in bullet time. Now, Spiidi doesn't get us. Oh dear, he looks away, and that's just unfortunate timing. So everything collapsing for Mousesports like a pack of cards being run through by a dog. 9-1.
Just seems like Mousesports are unable to coordinate themselves when they go for this mid control, right? Players are getting picked off before they can get even into connector, throw that deep connector smoke and get a player in there or into ladder room, which is a huge problem. And they have to adapt at this point, and it's going to be extremely hard. I wanted to say how they should try and group up somewhere, maybe go for that execute I was talking about, but GODSENT is going to be expecting that because they lost almost all the rounds towards mid, getting players picked off. So GODSENT is going to expect something like that as well. Maybe try a fake. Go for that, you know, throw the top mid smoke, send one player there, put him in a position where he can survive, draw some attention to himself, then perhaps fake an A smoke execute and end the round on B with bomb.
That strategy that you referenced from the Chinese teams is originally a Virtus Pro eco strat, where Pasha goes B apps with the scouts.
Yeah.
But I would love to see them do that on a buy round. I've never seen them do it once on a buy round. But I remember there was also one strat from Titan, Existence level Titan, where like an eco strat towards B, which I think I saw him do twice ever, and I've never seen it again. I really wish I knew what match it was from, so I could make a video of it, because it was really cool to see strats like that. Maybe we'll see them in LDLC.
Perhaps.
Perhaps we will.
But yeah, that's the problem. I think it's very important for you as a team to understand your strengths and your weaknesses. When you look at Mousesports across the board, it really does seem that they have problems on the T side when they spread around the map, play defaults, and then just, you know, grind the round out and basically have to choke their opponents out after gaining map control and going for that three-pronged attack on the A bomb set on Mirage, perhaps as an example, right? Which is obviously a huge problem because you can't always rely on executes, on grouping up or going for contact plays. Like we saw on Overpass against FaZe, that's what worked for them most of the time. So they need to really work on these defaults and getting something out of them.
pronax has got lots of information for his team. No bomb spotted on the radar, but you can't imagine on a round like this that most of the T's are not towards A. And indeed, Mousesports, also knowing this, maybe feel forced to move away from A based on this information. That said, chrisJ will be the lone soldier there. NiKo and Denis in mid, moving towards connector. flusha has got an angle. He's got an angle on the high ground, but NiKo's there with a deagle. With the...
Hide your kids, hide your wife. NiKo's there with the deagle.
Nade almost takes his legs away. So Mousesports just slowly looking for an overextension from one of these CTs. Just fishing. There we go. Comes at no surprise now. Denis has got a pick as well. Now we've got a man advantage. And Lekro is still miles away. flusha, he can jump over he can jump on a box to look over that smoke. But Denis, Denis is susceptible to being wallbanged there. Down goes NiKo, down goes Denis. chrisJ running for his life. And Lekro bouncing his way to glory. 10-1, GODSENT make double figures.
They have more success spreading around the map with pistols than they have with rifles. Pretty funny at this point. Guess not that funny if you're a Mousesports fan or a player or a manager.
Of Mousesports?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of Mousesports in any shape or form.
Basically.
But we can see that GODSENT goes for a read, for a blind gamble. They have 4 players towards the A bomb site, and pronax is already pushed up ramp.
pronax enjoying his pushes.
Maybe not that one.
Enjoying his luxuries. But the luxuries have been taken away by customs. He was carrying more than $10,000. Didn't declare it. Homeland Security take it all away. JW's pushed through Palace as well. NiKo's still playing passive at the moment though. Still in that position where he could peak higher and lower. So let's see if NiKo's going to look the right way at the right time. He's looking lower at the moment. He's looking higher now. And now you can see where he's looking. Mousesports still just circling around the middle area. I think Spiidi and Denis might be in forward positions. Denis is moving into connector now. I think Spiidi's in the ladder room. flusha with his off angle. JW, will he continue to push? flusha may need support soon as we seem to have a two-way execute into the A site. flusha can stay alive now and delay. Oh, how did chrisJ not see him? How did chrisJ not see him? I mean, radar, anything. The bomb on the wrong side of a smoke. Oh my god, that is gross. Like unaware there's been 5 days in a row. How did chrisJ not see JW?
The only explanation I have is that his focus was on something else and not on the radar or the crosshair or his screen. Maybe his mom came into the room and started asking him silly questions.
Like, why are you losing 10-1? pronax will continue his aggression, and NiKo's making his way towards Palace as well, so we're going to see a clash. We're going to see a clash, but NiKo's aim is still pretty damn sharp. That will pull znajder back towards the A site. In the meantime, Mousesports have got 2 people top mid and 2 people around the apps, perhaps looking for more aggression. Denis going to be in the lower area with loWel. Speaking of low, chrisJ top mid. znajder, I'm not sure if he's been detected. Oh, there's the bomb as well. Mousesports are having the fight taken to them every single round, and they are struggling to deal with this.
They're just getting ripped apart at this point. Even though they find the early kill, just GODSENT is able to bring those kills back. Cheeky little no-scope there from JW.
Why not?
2v2, NiKo has information on the A bomb site, so he has position as well.
He had position. Maybe he still has position. Depends on what JW chooses to do. He's currently in the underpass. Ooh, timing is a B. But, I mean, loWel can't plant the bomb here. There's only one place that he can plant the bomb. And this is not it. So now NiKo has an opportunity to take down JW, but then he doesn't really have time to retrieve the bomb and plant it. Oh no, znajder! This could change everything. If he gets a kill, now JW needs to run for his life. He's got 14 HP. Oh! Oh my god! That's madness.
That's so awkward. Like, what's going on, James? What the hell is going on, James?
Oh man. That is, I don't even know. They shouldn't, that's not a round you can win.
Well, it's like, they have to win a round somehow. Let's just win it like that, why not?
Man. 13 rounds in. Spiidi has 1 kill on the board at the moment. loWel has 3, so these guys not having much success at present.
Maybe they're going for that smoke execute now, because Chris is towards the B bomb site with the op. But yeah, he wants to go towards B, but znajder has a forward position there, so I'm not really sure this is going to work out for Mousesports. Because the other 4 players are on the A bomb side, James. They're waiting for it. They have everything, all the nades, all the molotovs, everything is flying. But znajder's moving slowly from B, so chrisJ might still get into position.
Right then, let's see if they can be successful with the VP strats. Players over towards the ninja spot can be seen from Sandwich. Bomb getting planted now. JW with a nice tag there, but on the frag, he'll go down. And everyone's dying everywhere at the same time, essentially.
chrisJ misses the timing, doesn't get the glimpse on znajder. And Denis is super low, so this is winnable for znajder right now. I think Denis should go and find out where znajder is, so chrisJ can play out the round, because Denis only has 12 HP and a Galil, not much he can do.
Oh, timing's brutal. znajder just looks away.
I mean, the timing was brutal, but what happens if znajder stays there and gets the kill on chrisJ, and then Denis, who was just hiding away with 12 HP, what is he supposed to do then? It's unlikely that he can get the drop on znajder, because znajder knows relatively where he is. He has the bomb as well. The lack of the timing got around for Mousesports in the end. And that execute, I mean, the idea is good, but they didn't execute properly, because by the time they got to the bomb plant, the smokes were already gone. So they...
Well, this is a good start to the last round of the first half. Good start, looking to get better, but won't on this occasion. Still a man advantage for Mousesports, starting to move pretty quickly towards the A site, but they still have, I mean, they've got the time to do it, but they need to establish themselves over there. znajder's moving forward with his UMP. Not sure if he had any sound cues from these players. Maybe he'll hear something from chrisJ scope. loWel moving forward, probably have the angle. Oh no, he gets his knife out. Why? They had no map control there. flusha, 3 HP, over towards the B bomb site. He'll be on a long journey, and he's going by boat. This may take a while. NiKo with 2 kills at the moment. Bomb getting planted.
I think that boat is called Titanic, James.
Perhaps it is. All of smoke. flusha making sure nobody's in a arrogant forward position. Many places to check. And that's the last round of the first half. 4 rounds on the board for Mousesports. Is this score deserving? Do you think it should have been better? Do you think it should have been worse?
I think it's deserving. Not much shown from Mousesports to you know, give them an extra couple of rounds on the T side. Mostly going for that default, getting picked off in those rounds. Even when they weren't getting picked off, they had a tough time coordinating a strike. So it will have to be the CT side for them. And they can have strong CT sides, of course. Pistol would mean a lot for them at this point. And we see loWel is going to have first contact towards the B-bomb side.
He has many heads to pop. Grapes between his fingers. He's going to go back though. Wait for the flash coming from a teammate. 1 kill, and he's still alive. NiKo with a super fast flank, and GODSENT may be taken by surprise. But the jumping, look at the patient play from NiKo. That is somewhat absurd. Only the 1 kill for pronax, just coming around the corner, spamming like he's sending porn pill emails.
Great presence of mind from NiKo there to realize that flusha doesn't know where he is, basically, and he just needs to take his time to find the shot. You can see that loWel really should have done a better job. Everyone was fully blind. But in the end, it was the 1 kill was enough. Mousesports was quick on the rotate as well. That's a nice little setup. That flash was great. I think it was from Spiidi.
Nice.
Nice.
GODSENT have opted for the force buy, but what is their plan? What is your plan, GODSENT? You have no grenades. pronax has been taken down towards the B-bomb site. 2 mid, 2 towards A. Denis going for some aggression, but there are blind angles, which, I mean, flusha was looking to abuse it, but he wasn't even needed because znajder did the job. But if you're going to go for that push, you have to be aware of that high-level blind spot, which flusha was going to kill him from. MP9 collected by flusha, and they've got themselves a flashbang. They found themselves some booty, some bounty. How far will it take them though? NiKo alone towards the A site. Spiidi and Chris are in a position to stop any short plant attempts from coming in. chrisJ getting closer now to A. Easy for chrisJ. Lecro, you're on your own, son. Full armor and the deagle.
It's pretty weird seeing teams like force buy, still force buy and go without a clear plan into the round. I guess it's a bit understandable with GODSENT because, you know, old Fnatic used to win a bunch of those rounds. Just get headshots randomly on places, but you know, it's not just like, well, yeah, we can force, it's all the same if you force or not, because you do limit the equipment you're going to have in the buy round. I mean, you are limited to smokes and flashes, and AKs, there's not going to be an op for you to buy unless you get another bomb plant or someone gets a bunch of kills. Not going to have those Molotovs either, or you can buy Molotovs at the expense of flashes. Something's got to give, right?
Well then, GODSENT, they're going to try and get the bomb down. They've got a smoke in the middle of the site. 4 plays in Palace, but they are waiting. They're waiting. So there goes the run. One person makes it through for a brief moment, but between those boxes might be somewhat of an obvious gap to aim through. There's no plan for GODSENT. They come out with the buy. It will be indeed 5 AKs. The force buy takes any AWP possibility away from them. 4 rounds between the two sides. chrisJ looks to be headed towards the window. Indeed he is, got very good spawn. And looking away to avoid any flashbangs might be what stops him from getting that pick. Again, that smoke grenade on short can actually help you somewhat. It's a blind spot that has to be manually checked. And there you saw the jump in the middle of the boxes I spoke about. The CT is just holding their ground in mid, and they're going to get all 3 frags completely unresponded.
Yep, Spiidi with a great play from Cat as well. Seems like once maybe Chris called that he was trapped, couldn't get back through connector, and his team just came to support him together, which is a good play. It's what you want. Not have people challenge by themselves. Just if you're going to challenge mid, you have to do it as a team.
It's very rare you see an AWPer trapped in mid, and then his team come in, and all the T's get wiped out without a single kill in the middle area. So that's a very solid round from Mousesports. GODSENT immediately broken. And at this point, you have to favor Mousesports to tie things up. I mean, GODSENT aren't far away from their next buy, but...
Yeah, the problem here for GODSENT will be that even if they win a round, they need to do so convincingly to be able to have another healthy buy, because Mousesports got the money in the bank now, and it will take 2 consecutive gun rounds for GODSENT to win in order to force Mousesports on a NiKo, which is more difficult than it perhaps sounds.
So NiKo pressing Q for no reason will allow the bomb to go down, basically, because he couldn't shoot anyone coming out of Palace. Oh, flusha. Shoulder peek tells him where Denis is. I was just waiting to see how much damage he could do. Diffuse is coming in though, that's the main thing. Money still fine for Mousesports. Their 5th round in a row. No rounds on the T side for GODSENT just yet, but here comes their next opportunity.
They have a lot of money after that bomb plant, so even if they lose this round without a plant, they will be able to rebuy. So this is where Mousesports maybe, you know, switches things up with some aggression, maybe send Chris towards A apps, maybe he will jump out of window towards Cat to try to get an early kill. We'll see. Nope, just same old, same old. Fires a shot to let himself known and then goes towards the B bomb site. Probably is going to go towards the B app. So this is a good play. They're not going to expect him here at all. But JW waiting as he gets 2 kills.
flusha surely can't see NiKo. Ooh, NiKo, what were you waiting for? He moved up and revealed his position.
I think he was trying to be a bit cheeky, get more information before he shot at flusha. Perhaps he just didn't see him. Sometimes from the spectator's view, the smokes look a bit different.
Denis making his way towards jungle. Oh, Lecro, here's a footstep. That footstep kills Denis, essentially. So Lecro instantly got his AK back out again. And now Spiidi will also die.
I think it was a good idea from Mousesports, from chrisJ to, you know, fire a shot then move to B. I just think you need to add a smoke in B apps until he makes that rotation, precisely of that reason. There can be a player waiting for him, an Opera in this case. A bit unlucky for Mousesports, but 2 great shots from JW open up the round for GODSENT.
So NiKo taking an aggressive peek. Ooh, flusha will win the duel though. Patient shooting once again from NiKo. chrisJ can't avenge the murder. That might be a connector smoke or a jungle smoke, probably the former. 3 players in mid for GODSENT, and this time they're having a better time of it. No picks for the Mousesports side just yet. 2 remaining players in A, and loWel towards B. Bomb still in T-spawn, minute 20, and it's 5 versus 3.
And you can see the difference, James, in this round and the first gun round where chrisJ was supported by his team and he was trapped in mid. This way, NiKo by himself goes for that aggression, dies. Then Spiidi, again, by himself, picks out mid, he dies. You could send chrisJ to jump out of the window while NiKo jumps on towards Cat and just chrisJ fires a shot from connector below. That way draws a little bit of attention to himself, maybe even gets a kill and you know, takes some attention off of NiKo. As we see, this is the best decision, in my opinion, Mousesports can make. Just pick a site. If the Ts don't go there, you can just save. But chrisJ, for some reason, is creeping back towards A. I don't know what he's expecting to do here by himself against 5 players of GODSENT.
Maybe lose an AWP. Whoops. So he will start to back off. And GODSENT will make it to 13 rounds. So Mousesports have saved a fair amount. NiKo's got 5k, loWel on 1850.
NiKo will be able to buy for himself, and Denis can drop a FAMAS for Spiidi. So they will be able to rebuy. The problem is, if they rebuy and lose, they're probably going to have to eco, and that's going to give GODSENT their 15th round in that case.
And even if Mousesports win, GODSENT have a lot of money in the bank, so the violence will continue, that's for sure. There won't be any eco rounds anytime soon, so Mousesports going to have to fight hard to get themselves back into this one.
Maybe Mousesports should try and switch things up, give away middle, play a bit more aggressive towards ramp with 2 players, smoke off A-apps continuously, and just have chrisJ on that ticket booth with the op watching connector passively. Have 2 players inside B as well, because they are giving away kills to GODSENT. I mean, GODSENT doesn't have to do much to gain advantages early on, that's the problem. Even this, like, it's not a kill, but it's a tag.
Yeah, that was pretty slow reaction as well from JW. Maybe it was a single scope. It's harder to see. chrisJ firing warning shots back. JW's still there, of course. Not going anywhere. So he knows he's legged the player there, trying to nade him out of the position. But Denis is close. How much will znajder hunt for the frag? He'll expose himself and be eliminated for doing so. Lecro over towards the B-bomb site, maybe trying to get an opening for his team. Smokes on either side. All the GODSENT players currently standing in isolation. Small peek there. Safe as a peek can be from Spiidi. loWel with a very nice off angle. Now there are 3 players towards B for the CT side. Seems to be 4. There's loWel revealing his position. This is a good round for Mousesports. Not a single person dead.
They need to keep it that way, James. But NiKo will probably get caught here. Yeah. They should try and not lose a single player. Yeah. Because they, as you pointed out, GODSENT has a lot of money. They'll be able to rebuy. And Mousesports, of course, doesn't want to get reset if possible.
Yeah, loWel with that sneaky angle. There are 2 angles on the other side of the window as well. 2 main angles that people will hold. Always good to change up your position. 3 rounds between these 2 sides. GODSENT with a big buy. That's the lost bonus down as well. Even if they lose this one, they could do something or other in the next one. So we continue with the pick-based play. loWel falls from his position. JW is not going to overextend just yet. So minute 25 on the clock. Lots of time for GODSENT to play with. 2 players in the middle area for them at the moment. NiKo keeping an eye on CPL, but also moving around towards connector. He can play close to the wall, so he can shoulder peek CPL and also look over towards Palace. Now GODSENT moving into connector. Maybe he will focus more attention there, but there's still two people in mid. Although someone's going to have to run back and go and get the bomb for GODSENT. Bearing in mind they're a man down already, that was going to cost them some real estate. 45 seconds left. JW is the man to retrieve the bomb, it seems. With a player in ladder room, you do wonder where they are headed. flusha not peeking CPL just yet. Oh, straight in the jaw of NiKo. That's a big pick. Doesn't really tell Mousesports if it's A or B. We've got 2 players deep in each site, so they will have little warning. chrisJ in the middle of no man's land. Poor positioning from him. Denis spots a player, but with the time on the clock, he's waiting to capitalize on the rotation of the bomb, and here comes JW. Oh boy, if he just kills the bomb planter here. Oh, he's going for znajder first, and he can't stop the bomb from going down. I really think he should have gone for the bomb carrier there. Especially with teammate in CT, but the bomb's down now and they're playing the retake. And there goes Spiidi as well. Denis, last man standing. There was a smoke down, he could go for the hero play. pronax though is going to jump into sandwich. Take him down from the high ground. Janko, you look upset. Yeah, Janko's upset. I really think, I don't know, znajder's not, I mean, Denis plays, I think it was Denis, right, in that corner? He plays so quietly, lets them all run past, and then znajder's not looking at him. And he goes for znajder instead of the bomb carrier. But there's 7 seconds left. If he kills JW, they win the round.
Exactly, James. Exactly. Also, why is Chris there if his teammate is not covering gaps? He's just fully exposed to that position, holding connector. What's he like? Let's hope no one is in A apps. If he is, I will be dead and probably lose the round for my team. Why not just stand passively in city spawn if Denis is hiding in the ninja spot? So many questionable decisions, James. This is more like the Mousesports I know and hate. That was a glimpse of brilliance on Dust 2. Now back to their old ways on Mirage.
The Mousesports side moving over towards the B bomb site, but again, GODSENT haven't shown the bomb, so lots of guessing to be done by what remains of Mousesports in this round. Leaving 1 player towards A, gambling 2 towards B. Now GODSENT they have significant advantage, but they don't want to squander it. Just running the clock down. JW with a lovely angle, and you jump up on that box, you are left helpless. But the bomb's still in the middle area. Denis now the last man standing once again, and he will be the last man to fall. Match point for GODSENT. Not much for Mousesports to offer in this round. Deagles are out, but I feel like they're more exciting on the T side. You do get the odd round here or there. On the CT side, like that one on Cash, where NiKo ate with a Deagle. But that is the exception rather than the norm. flusha with 29 kills at the moment. This is the easiest round GODSENT will have to win the game. 3 Mousesports players towards B. I think NiKo's in the underpass at the moment. JW, he's still looking top mid with, oh no, he's actually waiting for a rotation to come in, just facing the doors. He's got his teammate top mid, and indeed, NiKo's on the way, so this is going to be a nasty surprise.
he's He's triggered by that for sure. Just JW holding from that spot. But yeah, Mousesports going for another blind gamble towards the A bomb site. Now they check ramp. Denis trying to make something happen. Not gonna find it. As we see GODSENT slowly rotating back towards B.
3 players remain, all on the CT side. Sorry, all on the A site. chrisJ close to B. flusha, I think he's watching these players come in. JW though, not a good position. He's on the site on his own as well, and maybe that's something that can be collected. Indeed, it can. And now GODSENT don't have the money to rotate to another site, so this could be problematic for them. They need to get people on the ground. chrisJ taken out of position. Spiidi still alive though. The bomb still needs to get planted. Smokes. Desperation plays. Spiidi around the corner. Can they take him down? There's no time to plant the bomb. There's no time to plant the bomb. loWel, purely being out of position, will win the round. That turned into a mess.
It definitely did. flusha a bit, you know, there was no reason for him to be on the flank for that long or to go for that flank through window. He could have just went in with his team from Cat, helped them secure the bomb site. They had the numbers advantage, have the equipment advantage. He wanted to be a bit cheeky, and GODSENT loses the round in the end. Mousesports still with a chance. We see Lekro though only with a deagle, no armor. Guess he... I don't know what happened there. Maybe he dropped the op for JW. No, that's his op. I don't know. Probably dropped an AK for someone. JW gets the no-scope onto NiKo.
Oh, Lekro must have died after time.
Or that.
I think one player did. Or something like that, yeah. I think Lekro died after time. The timeout in the previous round. Well, there's still opportunity for GODSENT. pronax hugging the wall, always smart. Is there an angle being held by Spiidi? Ooh, so many small things could happen at the same time here. pronax, he spots the booty. Don't try and knife the position, okay, because that would have been extremely awkward. Spiidi, still over towards the B bomb site. pronax thinks the site is clear, so he could get picked off. But really, we're asking a lot of Spiidi in this situation. Oh my god.
Awkward.
Denis surely can't do this one. So 1 versus 5. And there he goes.
At least it's all over now, James.
16 to 11. GODSENT take the second match over Mousesports. Some brutal stuff we saw in that match.
Yes, unlike Dust 2, not as good of a performance from Mousesports, especially on the T side. Really one-dimensional, going for a lot of those defaults, but didn't really work for them. It was falling apart mid-round. They were getting picked off left, right, and center. So good play from GODSENT, though, especially from flusha.
Indeed. Yeah, some fatal mistakes perhaps being made by the Mousesports side in that match. Definitely stuff to review and improve on. Our next matchup is going to be GODSENT versus Dignitas. That's going to be on Cobblestone and then Mirage. Interestingly, Cobblestone the pick of GODSENT and Mirage the pick of Dignitas. So maybe one would have expected that to be the other way around. But anyway, those are the matchups, and those are coming after the break. We'll see you back here soon.
This time now, my brother. Come, follow me. Move it.